Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about Wizards Beyond Waverly Place has been renewed for a third and final season. Yes, season 3 will be the end. And here's the kicker. Season 3 is only going to have 4 episodes. I knew something like this was going to happen. Actually, I thought it might get canceled after season 2 and they do like a special just to wrap everything up because they left the Alex storyline up in the air. However, if this is only going to be 4 episodes and a typical Disney Channel show is like 20 something minutes, this is basically a TV movie just broken down into 4 episodes. So it's basically, a TV special. So technically, yeah, this show got canceled and they're just going to wrap it up in like a TV movie. I knew this was going to happen. They waited way too long to announce a season 3. It's been nearly an entire year. Not only that, but the first season started off about 20 episodes, but then the second season only had 10. That's never a good sign when they reduce the episode count. And now they reduced it down to 4 episodes. Also, I started to wonder because of the simple fact they hadn't made no announcement. There's barely anything on Disney Channel broadcast television and everything's going to streaming. Not only that, but okay, Mimi, the actress who plays the mother, she posted something early this year or last year talking about can't wait to get back to what I love doing, meaning she has no idea if the show is getting renewed or canceled because nobody really knew. And I'm thinking to myself, if the actress is hoping to come back to the show, that's not a good sign because of the simple fact it hasn't been renewed yet. Then I was researching even further, and David Henry has already taken another job earlier this year where I think he like travels around the world and does like a hosting thing, I think, or something like that. Or maybe he goes to one country and that's it. And I'm thinking to myself how he's going to travel and do another show if it's renewed for a third season. Then there is the picture Mimi posted. She posted something on her Instagram of her in a bikini with her top down and her holding her chest. Disney don't like stuff like that. So that told me right then and there the show is already done. And it is. Even though she is an adult, Disney don't let you just go around taking pictures like that of like bikinis, it like I guess falling off or something, and her holding her chest. Disney don't do that. So that told me the show must be canceled or something. And I'm sad to see this show go. I love Wizards. It's one of my favorite Disney Channel shows. The cast is great, but they played this show way too safe. They didn't take enough risks. They didn't take try to be different from the original. The CGI is amazing, and that costs money, and nobody likes to spend money right now. So after having to probably to renew people contracts and probably CGI costs, they just scrapped it. Plus, the reception hasn't been that great. It's been mixed. David Henry and Selena Gomez said this was a love letter to fans. It was too much of a love letter to fans, to where characters felt like just like the originals. They rehashed tons of former plot lines from the previous show, and they didn't bring back a lot of the original cast members that people wanted to see recur or guest star. The parents only made an appearance in the first season. And at first, they weren't even supposed to be in the show. Max still hasn't showed up. Harper hasn't showed up. Then they started bringing back people from the previous show, but minor characters like Monotone Lady and that one ghost person that scares Justin. But then when they brought Mr. Larry Tate back, he only had a cameo, even though they kept mentioning him the entire episode. And fans didn't want to see a rehash of the original series just chopped up with new people. They wanted something new. They wanted new characters. But too many of these characters on the show acted just like the original characters. They was basically clone copies of them. And a lot of the storylines were clone versions of, like, the original series. Not to mention, they retconned something. In season one, people already assumed that Billy was Alex's kid. She was about to blurt it out, but stopped, and then all of a sudden it gets retconned to this weird memory wipe like explanation, and apparently she has a father, and like the person playing like the grandfather is all evil but played by a white actor. So what the heck race is like Billy? Because Selena is like Italian and Mexican, and Billy is like black and something, the actress. And so it's like you have to have a black father. Why does he have a white grandfather? And it's just kind of like, what the heck are y'all doing over there? Like, just get a black actor to play the grandfather. But then it's just like, they retconned that after season one, and then they did some weird memory wipe thing. And it's just kind of like, and the memory wipe didn't really explain how everybody was like affected in events. And you can tell that felt like a last minute type thing. This series should have been a heck of a lot better. It should have lasted a heck of a lot longer than what it did. And the fact that it's going to end in season 3 with 4 episodes is very embarrassing. And these stars deserve a heck of a lot more. Like, Selena and David played this show along with the showrunner way too safe, because Selena and David are executive producers. I don't know whose idea was it to basically mimic the original series, but that person should never be a producer or a showrunner or executive producer again. Now, Selena is gonna make her direct debut in this new series, and she's supposed to be in multiple episodes, but there's only 4. So she's probably gonna be in 2, which is her normal, like, episode amount she's gonna be in. Plus, let's be honest, nobody wanted a spinoff with Justin. They wanted it with Alex, but of course she's on another show. Selena is. And I would have just settled for Billy and her family. But nobody wanted Justin to come back. And most people are kind of tired of David Henry as it is. And people wanted to see Max and Harper. Now, Max was probably never going to show up because of his criminal past, the actor, but Disney likes to pull strings and pick and choose who they punish, because, David Henry was arrested with a loaded gun. He's almost fought people in parking lots multiple times on videos, and they still allowed him to come back. So they could have let Max come back, but they didn't. And most likely he probably will be back in the finale. As for Harper, who the heck knows is going on between her and David. They seem to have patched things up, going to a convention together, so most likely she'll be back. But bringing back the talking fish, monotone like woman, and that ghost goblin dude or whatever the heck he is that scares Justin, that's not who people wanted to come back. And yeah, I would have loved to see Mr. Larry Tate in a longer episode, but a cameo just wasn't good enough. And it's just, I don't know, it's just, this series should have been a heck of a lot better. But I knew it was getting canceled. I refused to say end it, because why would they end this on 4 episodes and 4 episodes only? That's not a true finale. That's okay, the network just doesn't want the show no more, so they're doing Selena a favor and everything, because Selena is so rich and famous and all this other stuff, and she really loves this show a lot. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.